Ted and I are heading to Northern Manitoba. We have a month-long canoe expedition on 3 rivers. We're going up a river called the Barrington, portaging over a height of land into the South Seal. Then we're paddling all of the South Seal to the confluence with the Seal River, which we're taking all the way to Hudson Bay. But before we get onto that, we're gonna have a lot of driving to do still. Feeling pretty excited. Big trip coming up. We just passed through Dryden. We're heading into Kenora, and beautiful drive across the North Shore of Lake Superior as usual. Amazing wildlife, 3 moose, couple bears. Ted even saw a bunny. A little cute little bunny, you know? You know? And a fox.
Center of Canada. Pretty cool.
Imagine dark brown specks covering the land as far as the eye can see. In only a few years, this landscape was transformed. The multitude of bison that roamed the plains disappeared. This was the fate of plains bison in Manitoba. Now all that can be seen in Manitoba are farm bison like these ones, and a small, reintroduced herd that lives in an enclosure in Riding Mountain National Park.
And we are heading due north in Manitoba. We're going for Snow Lake at this point of the trip. We drove through the plains, we saw some bison, we saw a ton of pelicans. I didn't even know there was pelicans here. That's awesome. And now we're kind of back in the mixed forest, spruce, jack pine, and poplar. And we drove through a couple big burns, beautiful, beautiful sunset, big sky, clouds, and everything, just gorgeous. And we are basically gonna find a place to pull over and camp and sleep inside this vehicle. Setting up the tent for sure.
That's beautiful. The lynx is part legend, part water, and part animal. Crouched where he is beneath the water or among the trees, Pisu sees with man's eyes. In one glimpse, the scene is green, black, gold, blue, and frozen in a white rainbow. The spruce, the rock, the stillness witness Mishapishou's white anger. The winds dare not touch, ripple, or stir the fallen water. Without stops, the roar grows into a silence. No sound is heard until left behind, and then is heard forever.
Cool, we're in Thompson, Manitoba.
This reflection space is dedicated to the Indigenous children who were put on bush plains to attend residential schools. As you stand in this place, we ask you to reflect on the imagery of bush plains. We ask you to remember that although they are a symbol of economic prosperity, they are also a painful reminder of the residential school's legacy. Take a moment to consider the question, what if it was my child or grandchild who was taken away by this bush plane? Let us remember our shared history in the hopes that we will never again allow government policies to allow any children in Canada to be torn away from the loving arms of their parents, grandparents, and communities.
We are getting a shuttle up to Leaf Rapids, where the shuttle driver is going to leave us and then drive our vehicle back here, where it will remain for the duration of our trip. And a different company is going to pick us up in Leaf Rapids in a beaver, and he's gonna fly us out in 2 separate flights into where we start our trip at Melvin Lake. From Melvin, we're gonna go up the Barrington River and portage over a height of land into the South Seal River, which will follow through many large lakes into the Seal River. Then we'll continue all the way to Hudson Bay, some 700 kilometers. Me and Jim are gonna finish Hudson's Bay, get a boat shuttle back to Churchill, and then take the train back here to Thompson, where our vehicle will be. But
Put her in 4x, bud.
Big rivers up this way, eh?
That is everything we need.
Here we are on the banks of Melvin Lake in the Northern Manitoba Wilderness.
On the water. Wow.
Here is the current that we got to start going up.
So there is our way upriver. Definitely starting to look a little more concerning. Strong current to paddle up.
Oh yeah, got one. A pike. A little pike. First fish of the trip. Yeah. There's one. That one feels a little better. Oh, Waldo! Yeah!
Oh yeah. That's a pike. It's gotta be. Whoa! Hey!
Look at that beaut! Yes!
Oh, what a first fish.
Right off the hop on day 2, we begin ascending swift rapids on the Barrington River, headed for the height of land.
If it gets super deep, we're gonna have to basically portage through the bush here.
It's really deep here.
All right.
Tough to dodge the rocks, eh? Did you see I just pushed off one? Actually worked great.
That is top-notch walleye.
Super shallow and bouldery. We're gonna have to kind of like almost drag up over section. We don't know what's around the next corner if it gets too deep and too fast, which means we're gonna have to haul into the bush through alders and start, you know, portaging, but we should be able to do it.
Ted's taking a break.
Well, still making our way up this rushing bouldery rapid. We're not pushing it, but we're also not taking our sweet ass time. That's a lie. Ted took a break. He's lying down on a boulder.
Oh, that's good to get behind me. Yeah, that little dam there is going to hold the water up higher on this side for sure.
And it's gonna make it easier paddling for the next little bit for me and Ted.
Just approaching what I think is the last narrow point in our section of upriver travel before we get to the height of land portages. Technically there's actually only one portage that covers the height of land proper, but the one before that will be portaging beside an unnavigable creek going up in elevation. And yeah, we were hoping this was something we could paddle up, but as we approach it looks rushing and boulder riddled as well. So not home free yet, but we're doing pretty good, I guess.
Looks pretty steep.
Doesn't look like much from here. See that like grassy point?
Yeah.
Keeping my eye on the map, looking for the inflow, because we are still gaining in elevation in between each lake we pass through. Some of my homemade pemmican. Pemmican is dried, pulverized bison meat, berries, and tallow, or any animal fat rendered. Voyageurs on average would eat about 1.5 pounds of this per day. It was a Métis on the plains that supplied it to the Northwest Company in the pemmican trade.
back in the fur trade era. It's usually made with like Saskatoon berries or something like that. And you can make it with any kind of game. Make it with beef if you want.
Just got a good look at a huge bald eagle.
Oh no.
Like a portage.
It does.
Yeah, baby, walleye.
Yeah, beauty. A lot of small pike in here.
Okay, well, we got a portage.
They seem to be spawning.
That last one.
Yeah.
Oh, leg fell down a huge hole.
Well, that was the first official portage of the trip. Well, it is just a beautiful evening. It's just that warm summer breeze.
Looks like we have another portage on our hands. It's getting late, but nowhere to camp, so we're going to get out and start hauling. Oh no! The strap tore. Getting late in the day. We were hoping not to have to do a horrific bushwhack portage as it was getting dark, but nowhere else to camp around here. It's just a bog or big hills or extremely lumpy grounds. Oh look, Ted, there's a side slough. You could paddle right up to here. Oh, smart people. Look, we bushwhacked through all of that, but if I just got through there, I could have avoided all of this. When this route was traveled more often, these trails would be good. This beaver dam probably wouldn't be here. That's a muddy bottom. Well, that is way easier than doing what I did to begin with. Haha, an old trail. Yeah, I think this is the Cree here. As we get further north, it'll be traditional Dene territory.
And now Jim paddled his gear over to this spot and I can't because I've already taken the canoe. Yay. Oh well.
Make sure to always keep my eyes peeled for stuff like that. I think I would have figured that out already, but sometimes you miss things. There's no guidebook. There's nothing to give you any details about stuff like that. So you just got to, you know, use your wherewithal as best you can, and experience helps too.
I really wish we had found that trail a little sooner. So I think that we're gonna camp right there.
All right, Ted spies the campsite.
I feel like right straight up there's something flat enough.
Yeah, it looks like it flattens out right up there, actually. Pretty good. Do you want to check around?
We could get out there. I don't know where the best place to take out is. That's the problem. Looks like we got a thunderstorm rolling in on us. Oh, it's already started on the lake. Hear it?
Yeah.
Looks like we're in for a blow.
The storm's really starting to roll in now. Oh, we gotta get a tarp up, man. It's gonna start hammering.
Coming down hard.
Whoa, dude, this is pointless, man. Like I can't even pick this up.
Yeah, this is like when Marty saw that plane crash. That was pretty good, eh?
Yum. How's that? Good.
Last night I discovered the air pocket on my canoe has water in it, and so that's very concerning because it slowly fills up and you don't notice, and then when you're paddling rapids or doing anything, it's way heavier and it sloshes and it can dump you, you know. And then of course portaging it, you got this freaking water in one of the, you know, in the nose of the canoe. So I'm trying to find where the leak is, but I can't find it.
Definitely concerning, because it's like, what if the crack gets better? What if our patches doesn't work? Is he gonna have to, you know, patch it every time, drain it every time, pull over and drain it every, you know, few hours as we're paddling on a lake? Like, this could be really impact our time and be a major issue on the trip. And if it gets worse, it could, you know, if it's a weak point and he hits a boulder or something, could potentially be a trip ender.
Here's the air pocket here. This is so that your canoe floats if you tip and there's water has gone into there. It must be leaking from here because I never had that much water in it. Just for my shoes and that, bringing water in, there's quite a bit of water that pools up, so it must be leaking somewhere here, but there is water in here, so I was hoping I'd see where it was coming out.
Look at here.
Right along here.
Is actually on the outside of the canoe. First I have to drain the water that's in there. So after further examination, the leak is actually on the outside of the canoe. So much worse than I thought. I thought it was leaking from the inside into the air pocket, but it must have been a defect, manufacturer's defect, because I haven't even banged that section. I haven't even put any scratches in that section. That's what I'm gonna use to fix this. Marine putty epoxy. This is only the second time I've used it, so things happen, you know. These canoes are tough. Jim's got like, you know, several of them, and he smashed them into boulders. I mean, they whipped them off a building when they made them, and the canoe was fine and didn't leak. And you know, I think maybe it was a couple leaks. But yeah, you can, you know, you smash them and done all kinds of crap and nothing like this has happened. So pretty strange, but you know, I'm glad we have some canoe repair stuff. Before I left, I like meticulously made sure it wasn't leaking, but I didn't think to look like under the canoe. And I think it even sets underwater. But will it adhere to the gel coat on this canoe? I'm not sure. I'm a little concerned about that.
After taking way more time to break camp than we wanted to because of all the boat repairs, we headed off onto a large lake. On the other side of the lake is the beginning of what could be one of the toughest portages of the trip.
So we're approaching where we're gonna have to portage up to a small pond, and then after that will be the height of land. But this portage is pretty freaking long, over 1 kilometer.
Looks really boggy.
And then with no trail, all the zigzagging, it's gonna be a lot. Here we are at the first portage of our height of land crossing. This technically isn't the height of land. It's the next one after this that is, but you know, we're getting pretty freaking close. Height of land country is often boggy because it's sort of like the balance point where the first trickle of water will flow each way out of any given swamp. Ted, how's that epoxy feeling?
It's feeling harder, so looks like it continued to cure underwater just like I remember reading, but I don't hear anything.
Good. Yeah, so it looks like Ted's repair job is holding up, thank God. We're here and we're going here. So this bush is really confusing. Everything kind of looks the same through here. So I'm gonna take my compass, and the way you do it is we're about right there, just to the left of the creek mouth. And I'm aiming for the small pond. That's challenging because the pond's so small. But the way you do it is you line your base plate up between point A and point B. So you line the side of your compass up between A and B. And then you line up the lines that you see here within the compass housing. And you line them up so that they line up with the north and south grid lines on your topographic map. There we go, that's lined up there. So now we have our unadjusted bearing, and then what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this from magnetic north to true north, because this bearing will be our magnetic bearing. Hey Ted, do you remember what the declination is? Yeah, so not a big declination here. I mean, because we're not too far from the longitudinal center. So I'm just gonna adjust this dial. Each little indicator there is 2 degrees. So I'm subtracting 1, 3, 4. And then we might do a slight adjustment because grid north is not exactly pointing to true north either, but with such a relatively short distance, it shouldn't make a huge difference. Now I'm going to hold the compass. I'm going to rotate until the red north needle sits right inside the red needle box that's inside the compass housing. So you can see that here. There. And as soon as that sits like this, the compass directly points in the way you're going. So we are going that way. Learn how to use your compass, guys. It's an awesome skill.
Let the suffering begin! Woo!
Take this bastard too.
Going this way.
Oh,
which feels like at times like it's not going to be possible. But just one foot in front of the other. We'll get there when we get there. There's no way to go faster than you possibly can go. So that's what it is. I feel kind of bad because like I feel like I'm going slower and holding Jim up. Well, Jim is flagging the route, which is helping tremendously. And through this kind of muskeggy clear stuff here, it's easy to see, although I'm having a pretty hard time right now.
I know, right? Oh my God.
Oh, it's just getting worse, eh?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah, we're just going through a muskeg swamp. And so every step you take, you sink in, and then all the extra work to pull it out, it's like literally every step is at least twice as hard.
Sorry, this food barrel is probably like 70, 80 pounds, but walking through this feels like it's like 400. Yeah, I just can't carry that weight through this bog. It's just pure bog.
I see the lake! I see it! Oh, oh thank God. Final flag. Oh my God. Not a big lake, but big enough to give us a break from portaging, but right over there, our next portage is gonna start. Here comes Ted. What an animal.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my God. Thank God.
Okay, so trip number 2. Your last trip, you might just want to pull the flags, and then of course you could save them for another trail too if you really wanted to. Leaving the flags up might actually encourage people to do this, and when people do things like this recreationally, usually is a good thing for conservation too. So I think it's the ideal thing to do in this case because it is a key height of land portage and it's tricky. And there it is. And there it is. Muskeg Haven here, right? Back for the canoe. Yeah! Heading into the muskeg section. Oh no! Oh man, my seat broke. Come on, man. Unbelievable. I can try to splint it with zip ties and but damn it, man, that's such a key important thing. And that now we gotta fix a seat, you know? Getting in the way of us making time here.
On day 3 of our 25-day expedition to cross much of northern Manitoba by canoe, Ted and I were in the midst of a bushwhack portage over the height of land, which would give us access to the wild Seal River drainage on our quest for the Hudson Bay. Demanding upriver travel, lengthy canoe repairs, deep muskeg, and a thunderstorm had left us behind schedule. We were pushing to finish this portage and another one too, with hopes of finding a place to camp before dark.
Yeah! Feels like
Yeah. That just took all day.
Oh, we're on the water. It feels so wonderful. Unfortunately, though, we have a very short paddle.
This looks pretty good here, dude. We don't even know if we're gonna be able to do this before it's dark.
There is a fresh hatch of black flies. Yay! Can we get a round of applause for the fresh hatch of black flies? Welcome, black flies. Welcome.
Gonna have to musk all up.
Oh my god. I'm stuck in the muskeg. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was horrible.
There's the lake, isn't she beautiful? On a bald eagle. That is a good omen for sure. Good Lord.
We made it over the height of land. Yeah!
We did it! Good morning.
It's not like smashed through all the way, it's split, so it's hanging low and it's just teetering by a thread before it breaks. So I'm gonna try to splint it. Pretty straight. Just gonna peel the bark off of that. Nice and smooth. As long as it doesn't interfere with me trying to kneel quickly, I'm just gonna zip tie it on.
I think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous though that it's gonna catch your feet when you're running rapids.
We've just taken a pretty wide sapling as straight as possible and splinted it. Splint is a strong kind of repair for sure, and just used up a bunch of zip ties to tighten it, and then came in with some paracord and did a bunch of jam knots.
Swan. Got one! Nice wally, baby. Woo! It's good eater size.
All right. Oh, it's so fun.
All right, so guaranteed walleye here. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Tank. Tank. Tank.
Ted has figured out a strategy that he's putting these little moths on a jig head and they're hitting it immediately.
Yeah! Woo!
Nice! Walleye. Woo! Yeah!
Got one. Just jigging here. Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Nice walleye. Yep. The hook. Oh yeah. A little bigger, that one.
Amazing. It's all about a positive attitude. Yeah, let's cast away for it. Here we go. Well, I have to document a fail. Ted caught 4 and I couldn't catch one even though they're dancing all around toying with me. And Ted even felt bad because he could see the depression in my eyes and he like rigged up 1,000 moths on a hook even though we were in a bit of a feud, just to be a nice brotherly person, and I still couldn't catch one. So could be just bad luck. Could be that I'm a loser. Just coming to the end of another open water crossing. Banged off another 10K, headed back into the river, and I hear a rapid coming. And it sounds pretty serious. We'll have to go have a peek. The water is so high. You can see it's through all the trees there. That would normally be land. You can see it's completely swamped in here. It's not even dry land in here. And then to scout, I have to bushwhack through that. So this is kind of sketchy, to say the least. This is what the portage trail looks like right now.
Literally a rapid running through the forest. I'm not happy about that, if you can't tell. Completely flooded out.
Look at that.
Man.
Looks like this is going to be a portage, which is crazy. It's supposed to be like a class 1. Nice camp spot here, right?
Oh no, Jen.
It's impossible to line it because the trees are so thick there. You can't line it. You could probably run it.
It's like the right side from the top. Coming down the right would be the way to run it.
Yeah.
If you could make the turn, but yo, this rapid goes like this and then it goes that way again.
Pretty advanced. The trip has just amped up a little bit.
upset about this.
Ted's pissed. Dude, at least it's easy enough to scout and portage. I think it ends down here. Oh, it keeps going.
If you came down here and got pushed into that,
Yeah, it'd be like pinning against a boulder.
I feel like this is not always a portage, but we're in flood conditions. It's so long, so high volume, and then it's just a 45-degree angle hole down here.
This is the hardest part on the whole thing.
That's like a class 4 corner. In like July, we could probably run this, but being as remote as we are, it's too risky.
Lord, are you Lord?
Oh my God.
Oh, how many do you get there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at my hands.
Good Lord. God help us.
Put our spray decks on because the rapid was raging and it was still a portage, but clearly we're going to need them. And there's another rapid up ahead. Feeling a little discouraged right now. I guess that's typical, you know, when you're not making the progress you were hoping and things are taking longer. So hopefully we can make up the time in the days ahead. But with the river being in flood, I'm a little worried about that, to say the least.
All right, I got it on finally. That takes a little while. Definitely not going to be going anywhere today. Money. It looks like should be a relatively straight shot down the right, but it looks like there's a cross river hole that we might have to just sneak by on the right, or we might be able to hit it if it's right at the end, if we're not already too full of water.
Oh, there's a bald eagle. Look, Ted. And there it is. Home for the night. Look at how beautiful it is out here.
After starting the day off with a rapid, Ted and I paddled long and hard, reaching Big Sand Lake and completing 42 kilometers before the day's end. Tired but satisfied, we found a nice beach to call home for the night. In the days to come, we still had our work cut out for us, with over 600 kilometers of rugged wilderness to travel before reaching our endpoint on the coast of Hudson Bay.
Well, and they surf you and you become, you kind of need to brace.
Right, you see that? Why are you cutting me off, by the way?
It wasn't. I thought we were going across.
I said we were just gonna follow this side.
Well, but then we're gonna have to cross this huge bay over here.
Well, we can still go left. I don't think it's safe to cross here right now.
Okay, well, this is the safest place to cross.
So either if
we cross where it's more narrow, it's gonna be, no, you're cutting me off. If we cross where it's more narrow, the waves are gonna be bigger. It's like another kilometer down.
Okay, all right, let's just do it.
I don't like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Stupid decision. Should stay left.
Well, we're already going.
Yeah, so then we wait on the point till the wind dies, or we catamaran before the crossing. You know?
Well, but paddling on the right is just a point.
Try to kind of beeline across, let the waves hit me on the side, and then turn and go with them until I hit a point. Then we'll be on the left officially. When it gets dangerous is if a whitecap breaks under your boat. It's essentially the same thing as being stuck in a hole in a rapid.
Yeah, maybe head a bit right.
I will! I'm gonna go straight and then blow towards that point. So Ted and I just took refuge in a little sheltered bay on this rocky point here after making a scary crossing tucking into a bay where the waves were a little smaller, the wind was partially blocked, and surfing across that bay with a tailwind and then cutting here and some quartering waves, having to brace a couple times, getting a little sketchy.
This is potentially one of the most dangerous things you could run into on this trip. I mean, the whitewater is very dangerous too, but being out on such a big, cold body of water is arguably much more dangerous if you do tip. So we've decided to rig a catamaran.
I brought this extra rope just for this exact reason.
So Jim's just notching. The cross pieces here for our rope. I think we should start on one side, also not actually. You should leave a tag.
Double up trucker's hitches. So I just tied the bows together, and that's going to keep the whole thing contained and just add more rigidity to the whole structure. Yeah! The catamaran! Yeah! It's working! It's working! Just putting miles behind us here, long way to paddle still, but we're closing in on our destination. Ted's got a fish on.
Oh, it's heavy, bro.
Whoa.
It's heavy.
Oh. Easy, easy. Take your time. Take your time. Still pretty deep, dude.
Oh.
What happened?
My line broke.
What? Oh, god damn it,
My
dude.
drag was too tight.
Man, oh, that sucks. Oh no, Ted. Your line broke?
I'm so sad right now. What We're just tying 2 trees on either side of the canoe, and we're gonna put up a tarp in the middle with a couple of loops so we can raise and lower it and tie it back to our seats. This wouldn't really be that safe in winds in a single canoe, but because of the catamaran, it should be much safer. Up here or what? I just did it again.
Let's just do a test. Okay, well we just paddled out to where there's a bit more of a tailwind,
and we're gonna try our sail here in a moment.
Yeah, it's good to test it out when Ted's saying when the wind isn't so strong. Ready?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
It's working. Yes! When the wind is kind of blowing that way, the sail flexes and we can still actually catch the wind and move somewhere.
There's no wind in our sails. The winds have died. And we're gonna probably go to shore and saw the catamaran apart in sails and just whip them in a pile and go back to double blading. It went pretty far too. And now we're gonna try to bang off 12K. It's like 11:30 and we've been like pushing to make our destination. We're gonna take the first spot we saw, but there's just nowhere except for just bush swamps. So we rounded this corner and we found a beach with some cabins on it. Whoa! Cabins, yeah! We are just sitting here in an outfitter's cabin on Wolf Lake on the South Seal River system. There's just simply nowhere to camp, and as it was almost pitch black and we were getting concerned, I rounded a corner and saw these cabins, and it's just like,
Bald eagle footprints. Cool.
The rapid that we were worried about summed up to be just a 2-kilometer stretch of really strong and heavy current with a couple parts that were maybe a class 2. We managed to cheat the big stuff down the right by following an eddy line, relieved that we didn't have to portage. Basically, it was a piece of cake. With the rapids behind us, we cruised through a stretch of calm water and enjoyed the beautiful scenery that was all around us.
and the rapid looks raging. And you know, if it looks big from up here, it's like 5 times as big when you're in it.
I just need you to push it. See that rock in front of you? If the nose goes into that, just get it off. I got it pretty good here, dude. Come back and hold the canoe, and then I'll just come and do the same for you, you know? You can almost just line it and carry our gear over there. Right. Yep.
Yes. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Nice stringer of walleye. Then we need some fish.
Your boat's kind of in the way, eh?
Yeah, I'll paddle it away.
Okay. Got it.
I was just standing there re-rigging this camera that we're on right now, and my jig head with the little grub was just in the water on the shore. And bam, this walleye just takes it, almost pulls my rod in the freaking lake, in the river. Alright, let him go.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa. Look at that. Whoa. Holy sh**. I just accidentally caught a tank. Yeah, look at that guy. We're gonna let this chunker go. Goodbye.
Moving on downriver, we ran some whitewater and cruised in swift current.
We're going 11.4 k an hour.
Soon, the river opened up and the surrounding country was painted in the golden light of a perfect evening. We enjoyed the calm water and the inspiring scenery, but it wouldn't last.
Everything was going great, and out of nowhere, ripping headwind picked up.
Paddling into the bushes, we finally found hard ground.
There's no hard ground here. It's a f***ing swamp.
We had to portage our outfit through deep moss to a dry, flat space as it grew dark. and the winds gained.
Mess up quick.
Walleye with a little Frank's buffalo. Just delicious. Huge white caps. Huge white caps out here.
Well, Ted's just gone down to the water with his first load to take to the boat, and it's reported that there are huge white caps out there. It looks sketchy just to paddle over to there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty big over there, man. Disgusting too.
We're gonna go for this crossing. We're gonna kind of backtrack a bit.
We're going to actually, instead of cross here because it's way too dangerous and big, we're gonna paddle back the way we came a bit to where the wind is blocked by this point in the island. Then make a crossing, sort of front faring into the wind, where the waves are smaller, and then hug the right shore, because that's all we have to do. We're gonna have to brunt some big waves for a bit head on, but we'll be right up to shore. Sketchier coming through this section.
Well, if we make it across this lake and this will be a f***ing victory.
Oh, the shore! Okay. Really discouraging. It's just absolutely blasting wind.
We're gonna have to post up here. We made it 10K, so we didn't fall too far behind, but yeah, I think we're windbound. We'll cross this lake when it becomes safer, because right now it's just dangerous. Cool to see some garbage here, which I pointed out yesterday. I don't know, maybe someone camped in here in a canvas tent, but like, I don't know what year that would be, but they don't make stuff like that anymore. Manufacturer Canada Packers Limited, General Office, Toronto, Canada. This says, and wholesome bang something. Anyways, this looks like a cake mix here. I can't really see much, but it says
tablespoons lard or shortening, sugar and flour together, powder, cut enough, but gently, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it's some sort of, I guess, flour mix you can make a few things out of. It might have been from the winter. There might have been, you know, cooking on a canvas tent in a wood stove or something, or it could have been a summer canoe trip, or it could have been the Chipway and Dene, one of their camps from back in the day. Anything that's over 50 years old has archaeological significance to it, and I suppose archaeology in a way is really just finding old pieces of garbage and using it to put stories together. So there we go, that's kind of cool, and I'm gonna leave it here. I'm not gonna pack it out.
Bald eagle.
This way, guys.
Still looks pretty nuts, eh?
Well, we're gonna have to hug the shore here, which is gonna add a lot of time, but it'll be safer. Looks not good.
The crossing though, I just hope that it's blocked there.
Maybe by the time we get there, it'll have died.
Well, we're about to make another big crossing.
I hope we're making the right decision. I had to bungle around in the waves, try to swap out GoPro batteries, so Ted's a ways ahead of me now. And we decided that we were gonna just cross, but since Ted's gotten out there some, the wind has picked up to steady gust. So hope we're making the right decision, but I think I'm just gonna pace myself so I don't burn out, and it should be okay. Got a fish. Oh, fat up walleye.
Jim's caught a walleye.
Let's just find a place to camp and once we make our kilometers for today. No? Maybe. Just came up on this thing here, an old waterfowl hunting blind, the base to an old goose hunting blind. There's a remote Dene community called Tuduli Lake that's not far from here, and they might be able to paddle and portage here, or even in high water take a freighter canoe with a kicker potentially up the rapids from Tuduli Lake and get here to waterfowl hunt. I imagine it'd be a pretty good spot, and we've seen a ton of waterfowl through here today, so doesn't look like it's been used for a long time though. Too big for the pan.
Maybe one at a time.
I think so. There's not enough oil really to. Oh, maybe there is.
Don't do it yet.
cheeks.
Looks pretty crisp.
That's good. Maybe some peanut oil. Okay. Peanut oil is bad. We might be near its nest, eh? There are no shortage of big bald eagles out here. Ted and I are just cruising past two. For such a big bird, they don't make a very loud sound, and it seems like we might be near their nest, and they're not too happy with us. Against, oh, there's their nest. There's babies in it. Holy shit. No wonder they're pissed.
Oh yeah! Woo! Yeah!
This is just good old-fashioned fun here, eh?
Great!
Yeah.
Class 1 fun!
Oh, first cast.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Oh, lost it. There it is again. Gotcha, ya bugger. Look at that guy.
Nice.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Ho, 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 ho. What? That's a fatty. Look at that guy. That is a decent old pike there.
Same size.
Oh, oh my God, this one's huge. Oh yeah! What a tank!
Nice fish. Gorgeous.
There's one. Woo! Oh whoa! Dude! Huge python! Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Over 10?
Yeah.
I predicted to the camera that it was max 7.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Look at that!
Oh, that's a beast, Jim.
There you go, bud.
Oh, here we go. There we go. It's a fish. A fish is a fish.
Another pike. Just loaded with pike in here, eh? Yeah, you can see the signs of predation on this fish here. Here too, from just other bigger pike attacking it. Whoa! Cupping that guy.
Yeah. Walleye. Oh!
Yeah!
Beauty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got a tank. Tank walleye.
Yeah! What? Check this out.
Just paddling up to this really cool esker here. There used to be a kilometer and a half of ice here with a raging river flowing under it that created this. So times have certainly changed. Pretty cool.
Oh, a nice walleye. Yeah. Yeah.
Yup. Yup. Not as big as that one. What a beauty. Woo!
Hooked into something just jigging. Oh, it's a beast walleye, dude. Bam! Yeah! Personal best walleye, dude.
Amazing.
Look at that. Woo! What a fight. Look at that, eh?
Wow.
That's a tank.
Another pig.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Ted. Let me see that.
Yep. Oh, this one's good. Oh, I lost it. Oh no, Jim.
I hooked in to a biggin. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was exhilarating. Boom.
Boom.
Look at these wolf prints.
Yuck.
Moose antler over here. Maybe not. Maybe it fell down right here. Yeah, this is the natives' camp here. Cool.